Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by Jordan Flynn. Jordan, how are you today, mate?
I'm all good, thank you, man. Just drove up from Oxford, ready to get my session in today.
Definitely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it, mate. Before we get on to your big fight with Cameron Vuong, I mean, a fight that everyone's excited for. I do want to touch on kind of your 2023. You had a really strong year last year. Obviously, those two fights with Kane Baker as well. But then, more importantly, you signed a management deal with Anthony Joshua's 258. I mean, huge year for yourself.
Yeah, it was a good year. It wasn't the best year with the draw, but overall it was a good year. It was a good learning year, and obviously we're on the road now to bigger things, so it's good.
Definitely, mate. I mean, how do you reflect on those two fights with Kane Baker? I know obviously you got the draw in the second one, but I mean both were really, really entertaining scraps for the fans as well. And I mean, I know you won the first one, but you had a strong case of winning the second one as well, mate.
Yeah, they were good fights, weren't they? Everyone enjoyed them. I think that's why the second fight happened. The first fight, I made it scrappy and got involved in Kane's game a bit too much. The second fight, I thought I made the adjustments and did what I had to do to get the win more convincingly, and I think everyone agrees with that as well. But obviously, it was in Birmingham ref judging the fight. Obviously, it's a big ask to get it on point. So, yeah, it ended up being a draw. But, yeah, we're here now.
We are, mate, and I mean those two fights. They put you in good stead, and they put you on a kind of a great platform. I think your stock definitely rose in 2023 as well, mate. Before we get into your big fight as well, obviously you now train here with Grant and Pearce at Still City Gym. Obviously, shout out to your old coach Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, Kev. Big up Kevin, man. Big up Kevin, he's a madman, and I'm hearing you're doing some training with Kevin as well.
Yeah. Big one-to-ones with Kev. Please don't kill me on Friday, Kev. We've just said, and also 7 o'clock.
Kevin. Get him in there 6 a.m. and kill him off like you used to do to me.
Please don't, Kev. But no, you train here with Pearce and Grant now. I mean, what made you kind of make that change and kind of move up, train up here in Sheffield?
Yeah, obviously me and Kevin had a good relationship, and I guess it just comes to a time where you need a change kind of thing. So yeah, I'm training in Sheffield now. I'm learning here, and definitely adding more to my game and improving every day. Obviously, there's good fighters in this gym as well. We've got Dalton, Junaid, Sonny Edwards, Nico Levers, we got Florian, I don't want to miss out no one, Lerone Richards. We've got loads of good fighters in this gym. Everyone's learning off each other. Everyone in this gym is like a family, so these guys, they treat you like family. When you're boxing, they turn up at your fight, and we're all the same like that, so it's a good gym to be a part of.
It definitely is, and I think that family environment's so important. Obviously, I'm just literally looking over there. You got Dalton, Brian, and Grant, all over the discussion as well. If there isn't a family in here with the fighters, there's a family in here with the people in it as well. We'll jump straight into it then, mate. I mean, April 13th, fight with Cameron Vuong. I mean, as I said, spicy build-up. But I mean, why was this the right fight for you next?
I think it's a good fight for me because of the hype mainly behind this guy. He called me out, and then I reacted. The fight got made quite quickly, and there's a lot of interest in the fight. I think beating him will show the people who I am, because I don't know why there's so much hype behind him, but there is. So beating him, that will give me his hype. So that's the plan. Definitely,
mate. Obviously, you've just mentioned there. Obviously, a lot of hype around him. What do you know about Cameron Vuong? Obviously, kind of in the ring, obviously, and I think the 4 fights that he's had.
Yeah, like I've seen bits and bobs of him. I was at his last fight, and he's a good little fighter. Like I've said before, he is a good fighter, but I don't see the hype being as much as these guys are making out. I don't know where it's coming from. I think his management team, Sam Jones, is doing a good job. Eddie Hearn's good, obviously, at building you up, but he hasn't actually proved anything yet. He's won the ABAs just about on a split decision against another young guy as well who's a good fighter, but that's what he's really done, I think.
Definitely, mate. And obviously, you touched on there. Obviously, you don't know how much he's done as a pro. Do you think that your kind of experience in the professional ring will give you the edge in that fight?
Yeah, not just experience. I'm experience in life. Experience from young. I've been boxing my whole life as well. I've been travelling to Repton 3 days a week from Oxford since a little kid. I've been putting the work in my whole life. It's not like I just randomly appeared here. I was a good amateur as well. I've boxed as a senior for England. So I've done some good things in the amateurs myself, so it's not like I'm just randomly here. I'm here because I'm a good fighter, and I think he's underestimating me.
Definitely, mate. And also, you just touched on that. I didn't know that. So you travelled from Oxford to Repton to I mean, what was that like? Obviously, from Oxford, just coming to Sheffield, go into Essex, training with Kevin Mitchell. I mean, what was that kind of part of you? Obviously, still doing it now, but how has that been in your boxing career so far? Obviously, I imagine that's a bit tough.
Yeah, no, definitely. With me, I'm willing to do anything that's going to make me better. So if it means traveling to America, traveling to Australia. If that's going to make me a better fighter and a better person, then I'll do it. So anything that's going to make me better, I'm willing to put in the work. So from young, I used to travel to Repton. It got to a stage in Oxford where I couldn't get no better, like I couldn't learn no more. So you have to step out your comfort zone and start going out there and just getting better, basically. So that's what I did.
Definitely. And how do you reflect on your time at Repton? I was at their amateur show a few months back. I mean, the talent that comes out of that gym is crazy. But I mean, how do you reflect on your time at Repton, mate?
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Like, you're sparring, there's like 50 people still in the ring waiting to spar, and everyone's a national champion, so you had the best of sparring constantly. And Bobby Beck was coaching me at the time, then RIP Bobby, and my first amateur coach from Berensford as well, rest in peace as well, Mal Corrigan. They did a lot for me as well in Oxford. But yeah, it got to the stage where I had to start getting better sparring and keep on learning, because you're never going to stop learning in this game. Even when you're a world champion, you're still learning.
No, definitely, and I feel like Kevin Mitchell was still learning after he sparred me the other day. And no, Jordan, to be fair, mate, that was one of my final ones. We've breezed through my questions, but we ask everyone this. When all's said and done, I think you just touched on it there. Kind of, what does boxing mean to you?
Yeah, boxing means everything to me. It's something I've done ever since young, so it's something that I've put in so much time and effort into. And same as my family, my mum, my dad, they've travelled every week with me to training, to all my fights all over the world. So yeah, boxing means everything to me. I need to make it pay off. I have to get the rewards from it.
I'm sure it will, mate. Jordan Flynn, thank you very much for your time today, mate. Best of luck, April 13th.